like supposed to be like just off the top of your head, you know?
All right.
Oh, where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I could cut it.
Should we introduce ourselves or something?
No.
You want to start us off?
Me?
Yeah. The topic.
So the first topic we're gonna talk about is how we went about our day and the things we did. You guys want me to go first?
Yeah.
So I did this on Saturday, and pretty much my day went. I woke up, got breakfast. I hung out with my girlfriend like during the day. It was our 2 years anniversary last week.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So
Being
we were
stoic on that day is crazy.
Yeah, I was stoic for that. So we hung out like during the day, and then later in the night I hung out with my friends. We were watching Saturday Night Football. And I don't know, I felt like it was kind of just weird trying to not react to like anything, like especially the idea of like trying to not feel like emotionally distracted by happiness, especially like when I was with my girlfriend or with my friends. I felt it was pretty challenging to like keep reminding myself about that. I don't know.
Yeah. I could go next. Yeah, I did it on Monday. I woke up late, so only had to do 12 hours of being stoic. But yeah, I started off strong with I almost got into an argument with my dad, like straight out of bed, and I just told myself, hey, like this is how he feels. I can't control it. I'm just not going to engage. And I felt like that was my first effort of being stoic. Like throughout the days, I had different like problems. Like I went to a store hoping to get something and it wasn't there, so I had to drive back, and I had to just like keep cool and like, hey, the store didn't have it. It's not my problem. Have to be stoic about it. I just kept on having problems throughout the day like that. But I think the main issue I had with being stoic is like we live in a society where it's like constant entertainment. So I'm on my phone, and if I scroll on like TikTok or Instagram Reels, like I'm going to feel some emotions. If I listen to music, I'm going to feel some emotions. And that was like my main struggle with being stoic. But overall, I thought I did okay.
Yeah, so I did mine Sunday, and I kind of just had Tuesday like my kind of like chill day, just get some groceries and laundry and whatever. And somehow it turned out to be like a pretty terrible day in retrospect. But like all throughout the day, it's kind of just like, I don't know, I kind of had like the mentality like it is what it is, like you can't control it, so like whatever happens just happens. And kind of like similar to Nick, well, not similar, but I got in an argument with my girlfriend, and it didn't help because she said I was like downsizing her emotions because I didn't really acknowledge them, and I just said I didn't care.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it didn't really end well, and then I told her I was being stoked today, so whatever. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, I kind of had like a strange day because I kind of had a bunch of like negative things were happening to me, but I was kind of just like, oh, can't do anything about it, so I kind of ended up having like, not like a positive attitude, but like, neutral.
Yeah.
So next thing we could talk about is like the methods that we used to like stay stoic. I don't know, I thought like the method I used was honestly just like reminding myself throughout the day. Like, I don't know, you can really only control like what you think.
Yeah.
And I feel like I almost see that as like you can like prepare for certain things to happen almost. But like if something doesn't turn out the way you want, like I don't know, like for example, I didn't really want to be stoic when I was hanging out with my girlfriend and my friends, but like I don't know, I kind of just like prepared myself for that, and I almost like put myself in positions where I didn't really have to show too much emotion, if that makes sense. I felt like I was a little bit quieter and stuff, especially with my friends. like when we were watching. I don't want to say it, like I was sitting off to the corner not talking, but like I felt a little bit more removed, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same as well. Yeah, I definitely, it was definitely a struggle to like remind myself not to react and kind of just like process those emotions internally without like showing anything externally. Yeah, I kind of just like had to remind myself, but
Yeah, I just had to keep telling myself. I mean, multiple times throughout the day, like I would react to something initially not being stoic, just because it's really hard to just one day just completely switch. But in a few seconds, I would just remind myself it's out of my control.
Yeah.
Stop, and that's like how I went through my day.
Yeah. So would you guys say like your days were better, or like your days as stoic were better than your regular days?
I would say like in some aspects yes, but it's like a mix of both, like emotional connection and like just like talking to like friends and stuff, like you know you can't show emotions, so it's like hard to connect with somebody or talk to somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like you know my girlfriend, and then but overall like I think I had like a pretty, I would say I had a better day, like like looking past all the negative things that happened.
Yeah, I think I also had a pretty negative day. I think being stoic did help a lot. But I think if it wasn't a negative day, if it was just an average day where not a lot of negative things were happening, I don't think being stoic would have been better, because I did miss out on a lot. Like I didn't play a game with my friends because I knew that I'd get excited or mad over the game. Yeah.
I kind of think it was like a worse day for me, because I feel like I don't really stress out that much about like bad things that happen, or I try to move on from them like as quick as I can. And I feel like that kind of generally makes me happier in a sense. I feel like my day as a stoic, I couldn't really feel like happy. I think that like kind of ties into what you were saying. Like I think those personal connections are like such a big part of pretty much everyone's lives, and I think that kind of ties into like what was the hardest part of the day. I felt like for me it was like talking to people and stuff. It was pretty difficult to like,
Yeah, for sure.
like what you said, like really connect with them and like have like meaningful conversations and interactions. It just felt like something was off, like something was missing almost.
Do you think it's like still beneficial to like practice stoicism if like you know how you talk about like all those like outside things that happen to you, you can't control them? Like what if like nothing bad's happening to you though? Like is it still like positive to be
that's
stoic?
my issue.
Yeah. Do you wanna talk about that?
I mean, I feel like there's obviously flaws in every ideology on how to live your life, and I think that'd be the flaw with stoicism. I think stoicism prepares for the worst when every day is going to be the worst. Especially, I mean, we're pretty privileged people being here. Like, not every day is going to be bad. Yeah.
I feel like it kind of like even like that kind of idea is like even like shown through like how I interpreted like the day is like I thought it was better because all these negative things happened to me, but like you seem to have a pretty good day, and you were like, no, my day was worse.
Yeah.
So.
I can definitely see like why, like in class we discuss about how like stoicism kind of comes back up every time there's gonna be like a collapse in society, or like there's like a tense like time period. I feel like this day kind of, it like definitely showed me why that's a thing, because like if you're not worried about like pretty much any of the bad things, I think in a society that's like gonna collapse, there's gonna be a lot of bad things happening to you. I think it definitely makes sense as to why people would sort of resort to that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's just we had worse days, I'd say, and we think that being stoic actually kind of helped that.
Mm-hmm.
So if society's worse, then people are going to think stoicism will help. But if society's good, then stoicism wasn't the greatest.
Yeah. And I think we can end off by talking about like if we think we'll take any aspects of stoicism moving forward. I can start with that.
Yeah.
I think like stoicism does preach like good ideas, but I feel like you should mostly apply those to like negative emotion, and like I think you should almost like just take like the bad aspect, like you shouldn't really be stressing yourself that much about something bad that you like can't really control, but like I think you should still allow yourself to feel happy, because I think without that it's kind of like it's like difficult to like live, almost to like be a human, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much impossible to be completely stoic. Like, of course, on paper it might just look good. Like, you're never sad, you're never upset. I mean, I agree. I think you should take the good parts, or in my opinion, what the good parts are is like, if something's out of your control, it's out of your control. You shouldn't like be upset about it. Like, you shouldn't be mad about stuff and sad about stuff that's out of your control. And also thinking, as we have these conversations, like, my problem was with like listening to music or being on my phone. Is that necessarily is being stoic in that way a bad thing as well? Because like, I mean, the constant dopamine we get, like, it's not very good for us. So is being stoic in that way, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, it was the thing I struggled with the most, but I don't know. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions on that.
So what you're saying is like, in terms of like,
Yeah.
like the phone and stuff, like you're saying that like a more modern approach would be like to be off your phone.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like if you're stoic, I assume you just be off your phone, because your phone is just constantly trying to make you happy or entertain you. Like, is that a good thing? Do you guys think?
I mean, like, personally, I mean, like, the idea of stoicism has like evolved and changed in so many ways compared to like what we said in class. But like, I think if you are truly like trying to go to like that traditional like rooted idea of like stoicism, I think you definitely should be off your phone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's so much like stimulation and everything. Like, you're always going to be feeling some sort of emotions and whatnot.
Yeah, and what I'm asking is like, I think it's good to take some parts of stoicism when like feeling like sad or mad. But do you think it's also a good thing to take the parts of stoicism which would be like pretty much like getting off your phone and not like searching for like the constant dopamine of being on your phone? I mean, I guess on paper it would be good, but I guess that would be the most difficult. I'm sorry, you should answer the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the question?
If you want to bring stoicism in your life.
Yeah, I would definitely say, I'll definitely try to. It's definitely like not something you can just like learn overnight and just like instantly put into effect. But yeah, similarly, like, I think that I would use like some Stoic philosophies, like in terms of like reacting to things. Like, I think sometimes I'm like irrational and like I let my emotions like control like what I say or do, and I feel like, you know, sometimes it's better to like process those and then like speak after. And also, like, you know, when bad things do happen to me, like, I feel like I should be like, oh, I can't like control what's happening to me, but I can control like my judgment of it, which is, you know, pretty powerful. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Well, maybe one last thing. Speak on that. Like, do you guys think that as stoicism can lead to you not taking responsibility for things? Like, I mean, if we say everything is out of our control, like, is that just a way to evade responsibility? Like,
That's a tough question.
That's a tough question. I can't answer it myself. That's why I'm asking it.
I think it kind of depends. I don't know. I think like I'd say more is a way to like evade responsibility.
Yeah.
I feel like if you like don't, especially in your own head, like if you don't attribute like all these bad things that are happening to you to like yourself, and say like, oh, there's nothing that you can like really do about it, I think you are pretty much just avoiding like all responsibility of that. don't know.
Yeah, I personally believe like, I mean it's definitely like convoluted, but I think it's like more of a like you're avoiding what's the word I'm looking for, like
I think I know what you're saying.
you're avoiding like what's the word, bro?
I don't know, but like I know what you're saying. Like I can sense what you're saying. Yeah.
All right.
I guess like if you practice stoicism in a bad way, you'd be evading responsibility. But I guess on paper, like stoicism, like if you are in control of things, you are supposed to take responsibility for it. But I feel like it could, if you were to practice stoicism, what would happen was you just evade responsibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was it for me.
Yeah. You all good?
Yeah,
All good, Professor?
Stoicism, dub.
Yeah.